Alright, let's get started on looking at some domain and ranges. First, let's define what a relation is. And a relation is just a set of ordered pairs. So remember what ordered pairs were? They were our points, our x and y. So we're going to start talking about domain and range. So domain is going to be the set of all of our x values. And that means that the range is going to be our y values. Let me pull this up. And we're going to see these represented in a few different ways. So you can see we have our ordered pairs, and we're going to write out our domain and range. And then I'm going to show you what the table would look like, what mapping is, and then what they look like on the graph. So these are the ordered pairs. So our domain is the set of all of our x values. So remember, in our ordered pairs, x values come first. So these are all of our domain x values. Generally, we write them from smallest number to largest number. And if we have a repeating number, we do not write that one again. So our smallest number would be -3, and -2, and then 1 and 3. And you see how we had two -3s, but that's represented with that one -3, so I don't have to write it again. All right, our range is our y value, which is the second number. That's all of these. Again, we write them in order from smallest number to largest. And again, if there's one that's repeating, we don't write it again. So -4 would be smallest, -2, 1, 2, and 5. Okay. All right, what is the table? I know you guys have seen this before, but that is our x and y tables. So we've got x on this side and y on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all I'm doing is I'm going to write my x values on this side, my y values on this side. So -3, -2, 1, 3, and -3. This time we are listing this one because it is a separate point. All you have to do here is make sure that whatever goes with that -3, that y value goes with it. So 0 to -4 and 5. And I really should have written this with the both -3s up here, but we'll let it this time. All right, mapping is these circles. I'm sure you've seen these before. And our x values are going to go in this one, and our y values are going to go in this one. The only difference between our table and our mapping is our mapping is going to look more like how we wrote out our domain and range, meaning that if there's one number that's repeating on either, we don't rewrite it. So we've got -3, -2, 1, and 3. And then we've got -4, -2, 1, 2, and 5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to map, or I'm going to draw lines from my x value to every y that it corresponds to. So we've got -3 and 1. So I'm going to draw a line there. And I've got -3 and 5. So I'm going to go that -3 also down to that 5. -2. Did I write wrong? I messed up a long time ago, huh? This is -4, it's not a -2, that's a 0. not a, where's my negative? Not a negative 2, that's a 0. I misread that. All right, now we're back on track. Negative 2 goes with 0. And our 1 goes with our 2. And our 3 goes with our negative 4. All right, that's better. And now you can see all of our x values mapped to 1 to 2 y's. All right, and then on the graph, we can graph these points. Remember, we look at the x value and move along the x-axis first, and then look at the y value and move along. Remember that this right here is our origin at 0, 0. So let's look at this first one. Negative 3 means I move from the origin to the left because it's negative. 1, 2, 3. And then positive 1 means I move up 1. So this is where that first point is. Negative 2, 1, 2. And then we don't go up or down because that number is 0. Positive 1 means I go to the right 1. Positive 2, 1, 2 means up 2. Positive 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3. Negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4 means I move down 4. And then again, I'm moving to the left, negative 3, 1, 2, 3. And then positive 5 means I move up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember from our graphs, this one is a discrete graph because it is just made up of points.